Scott Holley here. Welcome to my shop in Fortville, Indiana. I'll give you a quick little tour as we go back to the Jaguar area. Right here along the right, I've got some cars from the early Trans Am days that most of you will recognize. Over on the left, one of my favorite hot rods, 1929 Highboy, built by a famous builder out in Southern California. Got some Shelbys. I actually did some driving for Shelby over the years recently, doing some drifting out at Seaman and so forth. Got some Vipers over here on the right, which are also a Shelby creation. Many people forget that. This was the Gen 1 that Shelby actually created with Lee Iacocca. Back here in the Jaguar area, people always ask, what got me started with Jaguars? Well, this is a car that started it all. I actually was racing Porsches up until 2008, raced Porsches for about 30 years. I quit in 2008 and started collecting. When I started collecting, I started with muscle cars, and my wife hated muscle cars. She wanted an E-Type. So I bought her, this is her car. This is a 1969 E-Type, one owner from the guy that I purchased it from. He was the first owner, 29,000 mile original unrestored car, absolutely in pristine condition. Fell in love with the cars. The next E-Type I had was the 67, which is the last year for the covered headlights. Actually did a restoration on this car with a friend of mine, just beginning to show it. Car that I probably show the most is my 1956 Jaguar XK140 MC. The MC simply means that it's got the racing cylinder head from the C-Type Jaguar, raced back in the 50s. This car was a barn find in Southern California. It's been shown in shows all over the country. Won Best Jag at Alt Park, has won Keeneland, Hilton Head, number of shows. This is a 1960 Mark IX, known as the Queen's car. Queen of England actually had one of these, and really up through the mid-60s, it was her favorite car. This is a fairly rare car in the States. This is a 1967 Jaguar S-Type. Has actually an E-Type rear suspension. This car drives as nice as a modern sedan made by some of the high-end companies, actually. As we go back to the race shop, when I moved out here to the country, we built this place. We actually live here. One of the things I wanted to do was have a place to play with my toys. I didn't realize I'd have as many. We've collected a little over 30 cars now. But a few years ago, I decided to get back into racing, and vintage had to be it. I knew of this car for many years. A local guy by the name of Scott Brown actually raced this car pretty much from its inception back in 1963-64. This is a 63 Jaguar E-Type. After he passed away, this car ended up in the Donovan Motorsports collection. I ended up with a car about 6 years ago. Because this car had been raced from inception, we literally have rebuilt this from nose to tail. It was pretty well wore out. Over the winter, we take things apart. You can see it's kind of in pieces. We're looking for things that need fixed. A lot of stresses on these cars with racing. I've been racing mostly SVRA. One of my favorite races is right here in town, Indianapolis Motor Speedway, Vintage Invitational. Thanks to Tony Perella. Growing up around Indiana, to be able to wear the wreath, drink the milk, and kiss the bricks is just something. Back here, we've got one more E-Type here in the shop. This is my 69 matching, this is a coupe, matches my wife's 69 Roadster. I drive this car all over the place. This is one of my favorite cars to drive on the street. So thanks for visiting. Hopefully we'll all get back to racing soon. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy. Look forward to seeing you track soon.